So I'm going to reset this because, well, basically every plant that isn't just the regular has a bunch of nutrient deficiencies. And you can see how good these guys are doing. I mean, this guy is getting huge. He's almost as tall as a 10-gallon now. The Pak Chong doing good. Rotella Orange is doing good. Mexican Oak Leaf doing real good. The Aquatics is doing good. In here, you can see it's well, you may not be able to see, but well, let me show you what this one looks like. See, all the leaves look pretty normal, and this one, you can see they're kind of deformed. Like this in here, it just don't look alright. And you can tell on this in here, the Aquatica, it's just, its leaves are, the bottom leaves aren't doing as well, and it has more light, really, because this one's on the edge, I'm sure it's not the same every time. And you can see this one, this Pak Chong grew a little bit, but you can see the waviness on that one leaf there. This is nutrient deficiency. All the Vallisnerias and all of these are doing good. And so are the Rotalas as well, which is interesting. But the Mexican oak leaves, and the Aquaticas, and the one, and also the other three plants really are not. I mean, look at the one with the passive CO2. It looks not too good. The leaves are all messed up. Same thing with the Pak Chong, especially that little one there. And the Aquatica, you see like half of it's basically dead. I switched the Aquatic out in both of these because I thought, I just maybe got a bad one or whatever. But no, it appears to be nutrient deficiencies because I'm not dosing liquid fertilizer. And well, let me move on. This is one with CO2. These leaves are jacked. I mean, like, look at that. Then look at them. They're swirling around, and none of them are right. And look at the Pak Chong as well. There's some, weird coloration to some of them. A lot of them are all wavy, and even the Rotella in this one, some of the leaves are kind of messed up. And look at that Aquatica, bottom dead, top, barely alive. So I definitely need liquid fertilizer because, it seems like they can't get enough nutrients from the substrate, like fast enough. To be able to do stuff, basically. So I think it's interesting that the CO2 Mexican oak leaf grew more side shoots. None of the other ones, or the injected CO2, I should say, none of the other ones grew side shoots. So I guess, if you're not doing liquid fertilizer and you're doing stems, low-tech's the way to go. Unless, you have an aqua soil that's releasing fertilizers into the water. But anyway, I just wanted to show you all kind of what happened here. And, why I'm going to be doing liquid fertilizers in the future. This video will probably come out a month-ish before the other one because, I'm going to leave them in for a month. But, this is why liquid fertilizers are important, guys and gals, especially in CO2, or even passive CO2, I guess. The glutaraldehyde, maybe not so much. It didn't really do much. It seems like the glutaraldehyde, right as of right now, actually inhibited some of the growth because there's not. There's a little bit of nutrient deficiencies in that one, but well, maybe it is the deficiencies. I'm not sure. Maybe it's not the glutaraldehyde. I guess we'll find out later. But yeah, I mean, I thought the aqua soil would be enough, and you know, it's just not. So, you know, to all those guys using leaf zone and crap like that, you know, well, here you go. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's basically all I wanted to say. I guess I'll weigh these guys. I mean, why not? See what they did. Maybe. I don't know. I won't actually. That seems kind of like a pain. But yeah, you can see the one in no CO2 at all. Definitely grew the best. And then I think it's honestly this one, because it has all the side shoots and stuff. You know, it definitely looks the worst. But I mean, you know, that's what CO2 does. I mean, it really helps them out, honestly. I mean, it didn't help in this case, but you know, it made it grow some new side shoots and stuff. And the side shoots look a lot better, maybe because they're like lower at the stem, and I'm not really sure how all that works, but you know, I'd have to imagine. Oh, look, there's more branches too. There's one, as I was saying, you know, there's 4 branches on the one with CO2, and none of the other ones have it. Any branches on any of the plants. Well, except for the rotundifolia. Some of those are branchy, but I think they were kind of branchy before I put them in, to be honest. I don't remember. But, yeah. I think in the next video, well, I'll talk about what I'm going to do in the next video. So, yeah, and this has been a week, by the way. So, yeah, I mean, Mexican oak leaf grows like absolutely insane. Like, I think it was like basically at the substrate, maybe like an inch above, and now it's like probably about 8 at least tall, 8 inches tall. Because my hand's 7. Yeah, I don't know. It's growing at least 6 inches though, in like a week. So, under not very good lighting. This is just a Harbor Freight shop light. So, yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. Okay, so this is something I found really interesting. On all these it goes injected CO2, passive, glute, and normal, you know, on all of them. And look at this root growth. This is the injected one. See how many? And then look at the passive. Or not the passive, but the no CO2. There's like, try to get this focus. And that's not very good, but there's 2 baby roots and then 1 kind of large one. And whereas these ones have like, they're all huge roots and there's like a ton of them. On the passive, looks like we have, you know, 3 maybe. Well, it looks like the passive was making a baby plant as well, right there. This is glutaraldehyde. Looks like we got 2. And those already had leaves, so that doesn't matter. But this is the really interesting one. Look how much freaking roots there are here compared to that. Here's this one. And this one, it's kind of hard to tell with all the rocks in them, but you know, this one definitely has the most with the injected CO2, and this one has the least by a long shot. I think the glutaraldehyde has more than that one, but you know, yeah. These ones don't really matter so much, in my opinion, because on these ones, the ones in the passive and CO2 were only in there for a couple of days. But they still grew some roots. Looks like there's 2 maybe on the injected. There's quite a few on that one, the passive. And the Glute has some. But it's interesting, this one, the, no CO2, only has like 2. So, that's just weird to me. This one, most, this one was already on here, this long one. But, and then just little baby ones. So it seems, honestly, it seems pretty consistent in almost all of them. That for root growth, it's injected CO2, glutaraldehyde, passive CO2, and no CO2. So the Mexican oak leaf is an exception to that rule, but not by much. Well, no, it's not, because the passive has 2. Or, no, it is. Yeah, because, yeah, it is. Barely. I'm not sure what you make of that. To me, that it's pretty similar. This is passive, this is a glutaraldehyde. But, and all the others, well, I guess all the others is only this one and this one. But, yeah, that's just a pattern I'm recognizing. You guys can draw your own conclusions or whatever. But, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and reuse the valves, and everything else is going to get put back, and I'm going to trim new. I'll probably do some other plants as well, but we'll see. Maybe, well, you'll have to wait for the next video to find out.